and evangelism, which of course is very pro-Zionist. I don't know if you know this in Europe, but it's very clear here to people.
Yeah.
But then on paper, the Zionists and the Islamic are completely opposing one another.
Yeah.
Contradiction.
These are, these are points that you bring up here that, completely turns everything upside down. And it might be a good idea to, take a little break here and let people, contemplate this, and we can, do our little contest here again. Part 2. So, yeah. Do you want to give out the question, and I'll give the number afterwards?
And this is a good time to do it because it's a little bit more, I would say not more complicated, but a little trickier question than last week. This is about the famous Stone of Bethel. Now, the Stone of Bethel was in the Bible, and it's meant to be the stone upon which I believe it's Jacob sleeps. When Jacob falls asleep, he puts his head on the famous stone of Bethel and has this dream of the ladder going up to heaven, ascending, and so forth and so on. And this is a very famous stone that the British Israelite movement believe actually came to Ireland. And it's connected, to Jeremiah, who's meant to have brought this sacred stone. And this sacred stone is meant to be at Tara, or it's meant to have been the stone of the kings. But in my work, I actually have explained what the Stone of Bethel is and even its location. So the question is, the Stone of Bethel is in Ireland, but please tell us the exact location of this famous Stone of Bethel. Where is it located in Ireland? And that is the question. And then there's a free DVD to those who get that question correct.
Yeah, that's a tricky one.
Actual Stone of Bethel.
Yeah. All right. Let me give out the numbers here for you to call, and I hope we have a few out there. And as always, I'll give the number first, and if we have no one calling in with the correct answer, we'll continue the contest, and it will be open, and you can send me a mail. But first, let me give out the number here. If you're calling from outside the U.S., remember to just add 001 in front of these numbers. So you call 1-877-876-5227. Or you can try another number, which is 530-876-3222. So if we have anyone out there, who feels up for it, give us a call, and we'll see if you can get a DVD from Michael Tsarion's Origins and Oracle series. So, okay, where do we continue this, Michael? Let's give people
I just want to say an explanation of that also. It's kind of a trick question because there's a wrong answer to it. A lot of people will think they have the right answer because there's been other authors speculating on this famous Stone of Bethel.
Yeah.
You might actually, come up with the wrong answer. There's a very specific right answer to this. And also the word Bethel is very interesting for people who want to know. Beth comes from the Hebrew Beth, B-E-T-H, and it means the house. It has several meanings. It's the second letter of the Hebrew alphabet, just like we have the letter B, A-B.
Yeah.
They have Aleph and Beth. And Beth, or pronounced B-E-T-H, Beth, is house. And El, of course, is God.
Yeah.
So house of God is what Bethel means. So the stone of Bethel is the stone that is, connected to the house of God. It's a very, very interesting concept.
Yeah, interesting.
But anyway, there's those contradictions. Why I brought them up is for two reasons. One is that they're incredible. You could write a whole book on just these contradictions of politics.
Yeah.
And the second reason is because I want people who are beginning or continuing their studies in this kind of alternative history movement, I want them to be extremely cognizant and aware of these contradictions. That's why I give those specific examples.
Yeah.
Because these are one of the other ways that you can prove to your fellow friends in conversation that there is something bizarre going on. Instead of asserting a point of view, because if you assert a point of view that's conspiratorial, of course then you're going to have these defenses. You were just talking about that a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
You tried yourself to bring these things up.
Yeah.
And therefore, it doesn't mean that you have to be totally silent. I've always said that you should always be very non-invasive. That means you should only bring up these kinds of controversial matters if you're being asked by somebody in public or one of your friends. Unless you're asked, don't say anything.
Of course.
And secondly, when you do start talking, one must, be conversant with the facts and be eloquent in their delivery.
Yeah.
Then I think a sub-theme to that, a subcategory, is that there's also sort of a Socratic way to do it. And that is to not assert a point of view from your own self. Like, this is my belief system, because then your belief system comes up against somebody else's belief system, and then it's crazy.
Yeah.
What you do is you engage the other person in these kinds of contradictions. And you look through history as you're studying, and you notice these, and you write them down, and you bookmark them.
Yeah.
And then you find out, what's going on. And you find out, and maybe these contradictions don't have an immediate answer, but that's all right. Write them down, memorize them, because these contradictions have a great deal of power.
Yeah.
And then when you bring them up to other people, what you're doing is you're slowly unloosening the knots of their prejudice without actually beating them over the head, without trying to say, hey, I'm trying to get rid of your belief system so I can insert my belief system in the place of the one that you just have.
Yeah,
That's not going to work because people don't like to have that happen.
Yeah.
But all people are hungered for the mystery, and all people inwardly know that they've ingested a lie, that the world has ingested a lie, and that their children are delinquent because, and people are dying in the world and suffering and starving all through the world. People know inherently underneath their prejudices, they know that they have bought a lie, and that is why the world is in the jaded, dysfunctional, crazy state that it is.
Yeah.
I mean, even the most reactionary people right now in America are starting to understand that they've bought Bush's lie.
Yeah.
In England, they know. They kind of maybe wholly accept it, but they know that they've bought the Blair lie.
Yeah.
And many of them are turning coat now. Many of them, are just saying, we've had enough of this.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing in people of all types. So you have to engage them, but you engage them as if you're playing a sort of a game, a Socratic game with them. Like you're not in any way trying to remove their particular mindset.
Exactly.
Just saying, hey, can we see the same facts from another angle, just like you're playing a game of chess?
Yeah.
Just sidelight the same facts. So you're not uninstalling from them their belief system to which they're terribly attached. What you're doing is you're saying, let's examine your belief system in a new way. Everybody's into that.
That's so important, and I think you got it right there. Because it's the mystery, it's the question that should drive us, and it is the mystery that drives us. So exactly, if you can point out these things, these contradictions, people should, if they're coherent enough and awake enough, they should be, able to, maybe in a later state of mind, when a little time has passed, they might be able to at least, take in the possibility of these new ideas that might be presented to them. So
that's right. Because remember, everyone has a reason, and when you put something there that the reason can't work out or the reason finds inconsistency, leave it. Then you leave it to the person's own discovery. But if you beat them over the head with your philosophy, they're going to always be defensive, and they're going to reject what you're saying out of hand.
Yeah.
So you don't want to do that. So if anyone is in the habit of engaging others, then this is a much better way to do it. And by finding if they're a Protestant. See, I'm very good at this because I find out where a person is in their own life. Mm. Are they Black Islam? Are they Jew? Are they Protestant? Are they Catholic, you see? Are they pagan? Are they atheist? Are they New Age? Yeah. I already find out where they're at. And then I kind of go into, my mind where they're at and start, because I'm very familiar with the sort of inconsistencies in a lot of the philosophy of these people.
Yeah.
So then, I would start talking to them about their own philosophy. It's like, hey, I would be like saying to them, you give me a guided tour through your mansion of knowledge. Well, everybody wants to do that. Everybody wants to show you off, what they know. Yeah. So that's how you get in the door.
Yeah. Exactly.
But if you come bashing on the door, they're going to reject you.
Of course, yeah.
They're going to see you as some kind of threat or reactionary.
Exactly.
It's like the communists you were talking about earlier. You sit down with somebody, maybe as a teenager or a person at school, and they got the the red communist star on their army jacket, usual student thing, and they're all into communism, whatever. You sit down calmly, and you just start bringing up the things that we know, not as accusative, but just like, did you know? Did you know such and such and such? Or, did you know that this happened?
Yeah.
And that happened? And that, Lenin and Trotsky grew up in the Bronx in New York City.
Yeah.
And were funded by millionaires out of, New York City.
Yeah.
Did you know that Karl Marx did all of his studying in the British Museum funded by a capitalist called Frederick Engels, whose name appeared on Das Kapital for 25 years? Longer, Karl Marx's name did not appear for 20 years on Das Kapital.
Yeah.
People look at you with their eyes bugging out. when you start talking about that, because they don't know that stuff. That they don't know, that they're not taught.
Yeah, and let's not kid ourselves. We want to to get to the bottom of these things, and we want to make people open their eyes to these possibilities, and I from my own standpoint, I always offer a standpoint which is that I might not know exactly what has happened or the ultimate truth or something, but we know. Do we have a caller? Something was interrupting. Hello? Do we have a caller? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great. Okay, let's. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Daniel, and I'm from Leeds.
Come again. Where are you calling from?
I'm from Leeds in England.
Leeds. All right. Okay. Hi. Welcome to the program. Michael, can you hear him?
Yes, I can hear him. Daniel, welcome to the show.
Wow, thanks very much, man. I'm surprised to be on.
What's the weather like in Leeds?
Pretty poor.
Yeah?
Pretty poor.
Great. All right. Daniel, do you have a answer for Michael's question?
I hope I have a right answer, yeah. Is it in Edinburgh Castle?
No, that's the wrong answer.
Oh, no way.
Okay.
I know what you mean. You're thinking of the Stone of Tara, which was then moved by the Stuarts over to Edinburgh, and put in Scone, wasn't it? I think it was in Scone, and then it was in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what my research has discovered. So you have the official story there, but I guess my answer would be an unofficial one. But you're welcome to try again.
Is the information available in your book, or can you?
It's on the website actually. The book is not quite ready yet, Daniel, but the astrotheology pages is mostly where I'm picking the questions from, and they're on the Terrascope's website.
All right, so the information is actually on that part of the website.
Yeah, mostly it's on the first page or second page, because we're doing 6 shows in the series, so it'll be off both of the first 2 pages of the astrotheology is where I'm pretty much taking those from.
All right, brilliant.
All right, thank you, Daniel, and do call in again, and thank you for listening.
Good work, Michael, and I really enjoyed the radio show as well. So.
Thank you.
Absolutely, stay in touch, and stay in touch with me. You got my email and contact information, so stay in touch.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll be in Leeds pretty soon. I'd like to come there.
All right, you're doing some talks in England, though.
Yeah, we plan to do that, and I'm planning to visit Scotland and the north of England. So, and Leeds has been a pretty run-down city for so many years, but I think it's getting a little. It's like Belfast. It's getting a little bit picked up now, isn't it? Economically, it's getting a little bit better.
Yeah, it's been completely regenerated. But it's got a pretty grim history.
Yeah, it has a very grim history. I've been following the history of that area, and it takes time, and there's a little bit of a development though. So I want to come over and physically see it, and maybe do some talks. So you never know.
Yep. Well, I hope you do.
Absolutely. Thanks for calling.
All right. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye. All right, there we go. We have a caller, and okay, of course, we're still on here. So give us a call. I can give out the number again here. It's 1.
Anyone, even if somebody gets the answer wrong, they can always try again. We don't mind the same person calling with it.
Exactly.
As long as they get the right answer.
Of course, yeah, exactly. So give us a call. 1-877-876-5227, and you can find all the numbers on bbsradio.com also if you missed it. So. All right, I lost my train of thought there, Michael. But can we pick it up here somewhere?
Well, yeah, we were going to get in more to the dramatis personae of the Bible and show exactly how it is connected.
Hello.
Hello, we have a caller.
Hello, guys.
Hi. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name's Anthony King, and I'm calling from London, England.
Great. Can you?
Hi, Michael.
Hello, Anthony. Nice to hear you.
Good to hear you. I'm actually surprised to be on, and I don't know if I have the correct answer, but I'm going to give it a go.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Before that, though, can I just say that you're an amazing person, Michael, and everything that you're doing